Alright. Alright, Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash.
We want to give double honors to our apostles and bishops of Great Millstone, and salutations to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the Israelites, which are scattered amongst these other nations all around the world, which we refer to as the Israelite faunas. All right, the water for tuning in. All right, we're the brothers of Great Millstone, New York City camp. All right, myself, my name is Kassad, Brother Kassad. All right,
Brother Zahaba.
All right, I'm here with the brother Zahaba. Okay, you know, through the Spirit, we're gonna bring out Lord willing an edifying lesson. All right, going into these prophecies, because you know that's what the focus is right now. You know, today's date is what, June 6, 2024. Hopeful year of Jacob's trouble, as coined by Elder Apostle Tahar. All right, and in our mindset, we're just hastening the coming of the day of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. All right, we're hastening the downfall of this place so that we can get back in power. When I say we, I'm talking about the Lord's chosen people, which are the Israelites. All right, and you already know we living in these last days, so there's gonna be events taking place day in and day out, man. Signs showing you the times that you're in. You know, seeing these signs, we know that we're at the end. All right, just this week alone, there's been so much going on. Okay, so without further ado, I'm gonna let the brother bring out the scripture.
Come on, I got a precept actually started off with James chapter 1 verse 1. James, the servant of the Most High Yahweh and of the Lord Yahushua Mashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad. Read it.
To the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad. Okay, because that's part of the curses that the children of Israel, which is us, had to suffer. Okay, when you go into the history, you do the research on the Most High's chosen people, you know that they disobeyed the covenant that the Most High had set with them. All right, and part of that covenant, all right, it was that the agreement. If you break the covenant, then you would have to suffer curses. All right, and one of those curses was that the children of Israel was scattered amongst these other nations, man, all around the four corners of the earth. Okay, and you got Israelites looking like every other nation under the heaven. Okay, you know, you got Israelites that may not look like the traditional so-called Negro or Latino or Native American. An Israelite could look like another nation, a Chinese man, so-called, or a so-called white man, so forth and so on, because it's all about the seed of the man. That's what determines your nationality.
That's the curses, man. Us being scattered amongst the nations and not knowing who we are. You know what I mean? That's the curses. Us discontinuing from our heritage, Jeremiah 17:4. But hey, we coming back to that. So you see the brothers of the truth calling themselves by their prospective tribe, their prospective nation. You know what I mean? So on and so forth. I got a precept. This is what Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people. Kind of like the brother was going into, man. We scattered amongst all the people, all the peoples of the earth, all the nations of the earth. So we have to be sifted and gathered. The elect have to be sifted and gathered amongst all nations of the earth, because the elect has been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, pursuant to Deuteronomy 28 chapter. Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth even unto the other. Come. So from the eastern hemisphere to the western hemisphere, from the northern hemisphere to the southern hemisphere, even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. Come. So you're gonna serve other gods that you haven't, that you or your fathers haven't known. Why? Because these gods are what? Going to be idols, man. Our fathers made a covenant with the God of heaven and earth, man, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. But today you have Jakes serving Islam, serving Rastafari, serving white Jesus, so on and so forth. They're serving all of these strange gods, all of these strange idols. Why? because we have discontinued from our heritage. But us in the truth, we came back to our heritage. That's why we're calling upon Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. But that was on that. You had something, or you want me to go to Matthew 12?
Yeah, get that from me.
Matthew 12 and 25?
Yeah.
Come on, so this is the book of Matthew chapter 12, verse 25. And Yahweh Shai knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation.
Right. Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. Right? So that's what we see going on now. All right? That's what we see going on now. All right? We see these curses that was, in the spirit, you started off with the curses, because now what we're seeing is these curses that was on us fall upon our enemies. Right? They're losing their prosperity. Right? Now they're at war amongst each other. And mind you, all these rulers of these different lands, these different kings, really they're all the same. Most of them, majority of them, are all the same people. All right, because the wicked, they're at the very top first and foremost, and they own, 99.9% of the world's true wealth. Okay, but the top superpowers, they're all Edomites, man, so-called white people, and they're divided against itself. They're divided against each other. On a smaller note, we even see division in our own this land that we're dwelling on, this land that we're dwelling in right now, which is what Babylon the Great, America, which the head figure of this kingdom, this empire. Okay, we're seeing what the presidential election race, the presidential race. That's all in turmoil. All right, you got because they know that the people, they want Donald Trump back in office, but what they're trying to do, the media is trying to demonize him. All right, he was found guilty of the things that they accused him of. All right, and they're trying to basically get him up out of here. Maybe get him arrested or whatever have you. But the point of the matter is, they're doing that to one of their own public figures, man. All right, it doesn't look good for the state of America. All right, so we're seeing division amongst these other nations, man. And these nations that are against America, they know that they can see America's downfall, man. Russia can see it, China can see it. All right, they're talking about it, man.
They're preparing for it, man. That's why they're preparing their military thing. I was just looking at China can anytime invade Taiwan. That's over there in the Pacific, and Taiwan is an ally of America, man. That's why going to be China and America locking horns in the Pacific region, because China has the plans to invade Taiwan, just like Russia had the plans and invaded Ukraine. So all of these are what? The Lord stirring up the nations for the Third World War. The Lord stirring up the nations to come up against Babylon the Great, to come up against NATO and the EU. You understand? And that's the whole talk, man. Russia against NATO and the EU, China against America in the Pacific, in the South Pacific. That's the talks, man. Why? Because that's going to lead to World War III. Because the two main prophecies that we're looking for is what? The RFID chip, the mark of the beast, and World War III to fully commence. This is the book of Matthew chapter 12, verse 25. And Yahweh knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. So yeah, that's what's going on here in America. You have Democrats versus Republicans. You have Negroes versus so-called white people versus Mexicans versus all the nations. And people are divided based on race, class, professions, gender,
sexual preference,
states, the North versus the South, cities versus cities. Hey, this place is a whole big division, man, amongst many lines. So what the scripture saying, this place can't stand, man. They have Trump in court. Basically, he was found guilty of 34 felonies. You understand? So that's creating a mass division in America. Man. America is a divided nation, man. And what's wrong with you simple-minded Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans? You think America is going to continue on forever? You people lack the understanding of history. None of these empires ruled forever, man. Every empire had its downfall, man. Let me get that real quick. Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 8. Why is America any different? It's not. It's not. It is high time for you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to wake up out of sleep. So let's look at Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 8. The prophets that have been before me, and the prophets of old, going back to the ancient times, Moses, Daniel, Jeremiah, Isaiah, they prophesied what? Against the empires and the kingdoms of their time, the great cities of their time. Because all of those places were wicked, man. Because they were worshiping false gods and committing all type of unlawful behaviors. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. Come. And it ain't no different from America, man. War, evil, and pestilence is coming to this place, man.
And, you know, it said pestilence, right? Now, we just got, 4 years ago, we had to deal with the, you know,
the 19.
you know, the C-Ragma, Windows 19, right? The scamdemic, right? And, you know, we all know the truth behind that, unless you live under a rock. Okay, and we see the after effects of that, taking that venom juice. Okay, but now they're trying to push this new pestilence, you know, which we don't want to say the exact word because we don't want to, you know how YouTube is with the algorithms. But yeah, there's a new pestilence out there that they're trying to, you know, bring back what they did during the lockdowns in 2020, the scamdemic. So, you know, and they can, you know, use that and take that as far as like, you know, pushing forth different agendas, you know. So we're gonna stay on the watch for that too. Okay.
Definitely. Kind of got something real quick. Psalm chapter 94, verse 20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by your law? Come. Who's the throne of iniquity? Who is magnifying our sin? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, especially here in Babylon the Great. And that's why we separated from this place, man, spiritually and mentally. We don't give our spirit over to this place. Like Micah 2:10 said, this is not your rest, for it shall surely destroy you. And you see 2/3 of Jacob destroyed. A brother posted the so-called Pride Parade in Philadelphia. It was all niggas fucking wild. I don't know if you saw that, but it was all niggas fighting and fucking brutalizing one another, man. Alphabet Negroes, man. I didn't see one Edomite, man. It was all weirdo Negroes, women and men, man. Part of the alphabet community attacking on some nigga shit, man. Fighting one another, man. But that's why, because they join on to this place, man. They are John 8:44. They are their father, the devil, man. Which is the majority of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's why you're gonna die here with your daddy, man. You're gonna perish here with your daddy, and we don't feel sorry for you.
Yeah, of course. The Lord definitely wants to destroy 2/3 of his people. We can clearly see why. You know, because not for nothing, we feel like that sometimes, man. We just get tired of you niggas because you're emotional, all right? You're fucking hard-headed, right? And you don't have no type of shame. You don't have no type of humility, all right? Who wants to be around people like that?
Huh.
You done on that?
Yeah. Wait, let me bring on the next part. Which frameth mischief by your law, come. And I saw Isaiah 10:1. He like I was going into the so-called pride thing, man. He wrote that into law, man. Where a man could marry a man and a woman could marry a woman. A man could turn into a woman could turn into a man. You understand? His constitution says you can worship any god that you want to worship. His constitution tells us that Negroes, hey, me and this brother would be so-called 3/5 of a man. You understand? That's madness, man. But that's what Esau does, man. He framed mischief by a law, man. He puts forward his unrighteous, unlawful decrees, man.
Yeah, it's put women above men. You got a Mexican president that's a female now, you know, and she's, you know, everybody's in an uproar because she quote unquote made history. Well, that's wicked. That's wicked history, man. Ain't nothing but wickedness. Because a woman, which, you know, that ain't nothing new, women in positions of power, because, you know, that happened in the past. But that's madness. But it says that's off. It's disorderly, man. You know. But this is a sinful kingdom, so, and the scriptures say the so-called white man will turn everything upside down. All right. That was it on it?
Yeah, kind of.
All right. This is Obadiah 1 and verse. I started at verse 6, and this is in the NLT. It says, every nook and cranny of Edom will be searched and looted. Every treasure will be found and taken. Yeah, that's right. You know, and who's Edom? Edom is, you know, so-called white people. All right, the descendants of Esau, because Esau is Edom. All right, that was the name that, you know, Jacob called Esau, man. All right.
Isaac calls Isaac.
Yeah, you know his because when you go into it, remember with the red pottage.
Oh yeah. God.
His name's Esau, but you know.
Edom. Oh,
Edom, yeah.
Oh,
Edom,
God,
which means red. But yeah. Read that again. It says, every nook and cranny of Edom will be searched and looted. Every treasure will be found and taken. Yeah, because like scriptures say in the book of Job, you know, you have heaped together treasure for the last days. Okay? You know, and all of that treasure that you have, which is really all of the true resources, the true riches, man, which is you have possession of these lands, like scripture say, you covet fields and take them away by violence. All right, in which those lands consist of, you know, precious resources, gold, silver, cattle, you know, vineyards, livestock. You know, you have it all. You know, the fatness of the earth. All right, and that's going to be taken from you. It says, all your allies will turn against you. They will help to chase you from your land. They will promise you peace while plotting to deceive and destroy you. Your trusted friends will set traps for you, and you won't even know about it. All right? So it said your allies will turn against you, and that's the prophecy. Okay, we're seeing an example of that happen this week. You know, with Turkey, they're talking about joining the BRICS alliance. Okay, and that's a major event, man. All right, that's a major blow to NATO. You know, because they have an alliance with Turkey, man. Now that alliance is looking like it's gonna be broken up. You know, and we're seeing more division amongst those different kings, man. All right, I'm seeing the members of the EU. Certain members want to leave, and they secretly want to join the BRICS too. You know, they do backdoor deals with Russia and fucking China. You know, with oil and everything. So, hey man, this place is done.
And that's gonna come to pass. What is Revelation?
There's a little more.
Okay,
It says, while plotting to deceive and destroy you, your trusted friends will set traps for you, and you won't even know about it. So, you know, behind closed doors, your so-called allies is trying to backdoor you. You know, which they are gonna backdoor you, man.
I got a quick reset for that.
Yeah, good.
Can Revelation chapter 17 verse 16, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. And these are the 10 horns, which is the 7 heads and the 10 horns, represents what? A lot of them are those European nations, man. You know what I mean? The 10 horns represents a lot of those key European nations, and they're gonna what? Turn against America soon enough, man. You know what I mean? They're gonna be on America's side because they're part of NATO and the EU. They're gonna be on America's side to begin with when the war first launched off. But as they wanes on towards the latter end, they're gonna turn against America, man, because they're gonna realize they've been bamboozled into a war against America, against Russia. You understand? Because believe it or not, Russia gonna be fucking the nations up, man. Those European nations, France, Luxembourg, Germany, UK, all of them NATO and EU nations, as a part of that 7 heads and 10 horns, that Russia gonna be jacking them up, man. More than likely firing nuclear missiles upon them, man. So they're gonna be like, at the end of the day, they're gonna be like, what the hell, America, the whole got us into, man. And they're gonna turn against America, man. And they're gonna shoot their nuclear armaments that they have left upon America, man. You understand? So like the brother was going into, yeah, the allies of America, and I think that there's also over there the Men of that Confederacy.
Oh, that's what I was reading.
Oh,
I was reading it in the NLT.
Oh, okay.
To give a little bit more in depth.
Because NATO is a confederacy.
Yeah.
It's basically like joining together.
I could read it in King James if you want.
I feel like it's better in the King James. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is.
All the men of that confederacy. Because NATO and the EU is one big confederacy. And they're going to turn against, many of those key nations are going to turn against America, man. Once the war wanes on, man. Once this Third World War wanes on. That's part of prophecy. Right now they're on America's side, you know what I mean? But even a lot of them kind of shaky too, man. A lot of them have like a lot of distrust for America. That's why he was going into the division, and kingdom be divided, because NATO and the EU is divided. There's rich nations that goes into the toes in Daniel. There's richer NATO nations, and there's poorer NATO nations. So economically they're divided. Militarily they're divided, man. Politically they're divided, man. And that division is only going to be exacerbated more and more as this World War III comes to pass, man. You understand? You got a precept?
Yeah, I'm just going to read it.
Oh, in the King James?
Yeah, Obadiah verse 7, you want to go into it? It says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in it.
So all of not only NATO and EU, but a lot of these nations, a lot of them Arab nations, that America is cool with, Saudi Arabia, you know what I mean? A lot of those different nations that America do business with, they're gonna turn against America in these last days and times, man. Not only NATO and the EU, man. A lot of these other countries, man, is gonna turn against a lot of those African nations. You know what I mean? India, Pakistan. They're going to turn against America, man. Once this World War III continues on, man. Because the Most High going to put the spirit upon the leaders, the kings of these different nations to turn their back up against America, to come against America, man. You understand? But yeah, that was in another, right?
That's right. Got one more. This is Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7. Because, you know, when we started up, we went into, you know, one of the curses that, you know, our people have been scattered, right? Because we as a nation, talking about the Hebrew Israelites, to this day, we're still suffering the curses, man. But the time is coming where these curses is going to be lifted off of us, and they're going to be transferred to those that, you know, the Most High deemed worthy of those curses cleaving unto, which is these heathens, man, for all of their wickedness. And that's going to be a part of their judgment. All right, this is Deuteronomy 30 and verse 7. It says, and Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So there you go. All right? All these curses going to be put on our enemies. And like you said earlier, all right, we're seeing the division. We're seeing that evil eye, that hatred towards, you know, these, you know, so-called white on white crime. All right? You know, we're seeing division amongst the kings of these different nations. All right? That's all curses, man. All right? But it's going to intensify, man. All right? Because they're going to be the new niggas. We're gonna, you know, all of the shit that you see happening amongst so-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, so-called Native Americans, you're going to see all those things happen upon you so-called white people and you other nations, man. All right? Especially you so-called white people.
Because you got to think about it, man. Only the Lord going to have to put the spirit upon the kings of the earth to initiate this nuclear war, man. Because when you really think about it, why the fuck would they do it, man? Because that doesn't mean the end of their empires, man. But what? The Lord is gonna put that thought in their mind to initiate that nuclear war, man. I think I have a precept here. I think it's Ezekiel. So Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 10. Thus say the Lord power, it shall also come to pass that at the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought. Kind of that's what's gonna happen to the kings of the earth, man. They're gonna think that evil thought to what? Commence that nuclear war. Putin ain't gonna be like, fuck it, press the nuclear buttons, man. China, Xi Jinping, fuck it, Kim Jong-un gonna be like, yo.
And why is that? Because the king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh.
Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, these kings, the division amongst these kings of the earth, amongst Esau, Edom, and the rest of the heathen nations, like the brother was saying, it really goes back to the Lord, man. The Lord is playing chess, man. And he's stirring up what a Thursday as well, so he could bring in his kingdom. So Yahweh Shai could bring in his kingdom. So Israel could rule. That's all the Lord's doing, man. Playing chess. You understand? But that was it. Close it up. Nah, I think that was it.
Yeah, so so I'll say this. You see these prophecies coming to pass. We're getting closer and closer every day towards the end of this man's society. So when you see these things, like the scriptures say, be not troubled. That's the main thing. Be not troubled, because we know the flesh will have you in fear. The flesh will have you in a state of anxiety and worry. But we once you in this truth, and like the scriptures say, there is no fear, and roughly paraphrasing, in true love there is no fear. So if you truly love Yahweh Shem Shai, you fear him, you don't have nothing to worry about, because the angels got you. They're gonna make sure you're good. Whatever your lot is in the near future, man.
I got a precept actually to close it out since you brought that up. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 14. Matthew chapter 14, verse 27. But straightway Yahweh Shai spake unto them, kind of like what his brother is doing right here. But straightway Yahweh Shai spake unto them, saying, be of good cheer, it is I, be not afraid. Say, man, you have to have faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai in these last days and times, man. Because, hey, the Lord is not going to disappoint the elect. He's not going to disappoint the righteous. So always keep that in mind. The Lord is not going to disappoint us, man. You know what I mean? But that was it on that. Close it up.
Right. So with that, we give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai Hashem Rakakodash.
Once again, double honors to our teachers, which is the apostles and bishops, Ray Millstone. All right, until next time, Shalom.
Shalom.